No escape from reality.
When the pandemic started, I was doing a show that got canceled after the second performance.
I lost about 4 different theater contracts.
Well, I had my fringe show that I was working on in rehearsals for canceled.
I had a commercial and an indie short film both canceled in March.
I was supposed to perform at Pride this year.
I was also supposed to be part of the Inspirato Festival that also got canceled.
Everything got canceled. So what do? I suppose you could get 10 creators creating in isolation to make a web series about the pandemic as it's happening in real time. That's what the Boys Club did.
Who took the bomb?
Strategy for writing the episodes.
All taken a really collaborative approach.
We created questionnaires to fill out to find out stuff about our characters, backstories, traits.
Drew on our own thoughts and feelings and experiences. Even if they weren't our own thoughts and feelings and experiences, they were ones that we had seen others experience. Or
which common topics were coming out, what kind of different meanings, what is this commonality saying about the state of the world right now and the state of society.
It was quite an adventure to work on this series. I found it very strange to interact with other actors through the screen.
We're in the Zoom session. I have my acting partner and I'm connecting with them, but we are unable to look in our acting partner's eyes because we are the camera operator, production, essentially, as well as talent.
What I look for in B-roll footage, basically I start with what the episode is about, themes or ideas or just visuals I think might fit. Looking around my house, I like to look for movement, or I create movement with the camera by zooming in or zooming closer or just sort of slowly panning, or when you're outside and you're walking and you see anything that just catches your eye. Sometimes it's just interesting and visually appealing to look at for you, and then sometimes it works for the scene. I just sort of get everything and then throw it out there and see what hits the wall. So
When I'm editing, what I get is all of the raw Zoom footage that Kim does the directing, and then I get to pick the ones I like the best and fit them all together and pick out the performances and throw on some B footage. I send it to Kim, our director, and she tells me what to cut, if she likes a different performance, whatever the notes are. I send the final cut to her. She throws on the music and all of the poetic imagery, and then we have an episode.
First, Suzanne sends me the final performance footage, and then from there, I load it up onto my Fruity Loops. My Fruity Loops, what I have basically is the different sound effects that I'm going to use, all the instruments that I think are going to work, just fiddle around on my MIDI keyboard. Really capture the emotion and the tone of the episode. I want to make sure that the soundscape is adding to the images. Generally, I'll create an opening sequence before. What I'm looking to create is 4 to 5 different soundscapes that I'm kind of repeating. What I do is I mix it. It's nothing overpowering, unless it's supposed to be overpowering, kind of create the mood. The audio track over to DaVinci. I sync up the audio with the video footage, and it's fun and game from there, creating the poetic images.
It was kind of nice to hang out with like-minded people.
I'd rather be working with the boys in the same space, but you know how it is.
A part-time retail grocery store job just took over my life, and I had to deal with a lot of angry, panicked people.
We're there for each other.
So I just had to step back from our web series project.
It takes a whole village of boys to get this show going.
When things calmed down, I started taking B-roll footage with my cell phone just around my environment.
And every one of us have a toolbox of talents that we can contribute
and create something during this hard time.